I chose Belize because it is a beautiful, beautiful country with beautiful people, and it's so welcoming, and everyone is just so friendly and kind, and this is where we want to be.
That is among the many reasons why tourists are still coming to the Jewel. But in what is traditionally the high season for the tourism industry, economic activity on Ambergris Caye remains sluggish. Today, downtown San Pedro was busy. Vehicular traffic along the main thoroughfares thick. But it was not tourists experiencing the wonders of the top tourism destination of the country, but instead local residents going about their way, trying to earn a living in these unprecedented economic times caused by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Honestly, it's been really hard. You know, I'm a tour operator, and it's been almost a year, you can say, that, haven't had any business. But with the local people, man, there's always a way. We find ways how to eat pretty much and to pay the bills. That's pretty much all we're doing right now.
In the early stages of the outbreak in Belize, Ambergris Caye was locked off from the rest of the country for 1 month. It was a drastic measure deemed necessary at the time by the government to contain the virus. But almost a year later, that decision is still haunting employers who are trying to keep staff hired and their businesses alive.
First, the lockdowns, the Sundays they were closing, they will allow us only 3 hours to open. Now the lockdown, 8 o'clock. Oh, it's our workers, they're only working part-time.
You guys have been losing money, right?
Losing a lot. Our products being expired, some of them, we have to throw them away. Oh, in big way.
Right now, you see things that pick up back, or is it still being affected?
It's still being affected because no tourists, because of the lockdown. Because tourists doesn't want to come to the island if the lockdown is 8 o'clock.
Quarantine regulations in place for months now restrict the opening of bars and have affected nighttime dining activities on the island, while hotels have transformed their restaurants into takeout only and delivery to offset the loss of revenues from dinner rush. It is still not enough. David Jenkins of Sandbar Beachfront Hostel and Restaurant breaks down what's been happening on his end.
At this time of year, we're usually running about a 90 to 95% occupancy rate, and right now we're lucky to have about 25 to 30%. And that's actually looking good compared to the last 10 months since COVID really first started hitting. Obviously, we're in our traditional high season right now. So we're blessed with a handful of guests that are great at providing, going out on tours and eating at the restaurant and stuff. But in terms of what it would normally be, it is a fraction of business. Since March, since COVID started, we knew that the pinch was going to be bad. And we've focused and promised ourselves that we're going to make sure that every dime that comes in is going to go to our staff. Hopefully June, July we see, maybe not a profitable month, but definitely an uptick. Hopefully there's enough vaccination going around in the States and Canada that it gives a little confidence a little more confidence to travelers there to come down. And obviously everything being handled here well, we're hoping that maybe June, July we'll see a nice influx. We've kind of chalked it up to maybe we can break even. Definitely not literally, obviously hope for profit, but we're not expecting it.
Since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, the data shows that economic activity on the island is down drastically, causing many businesses, including shops and hotels, to shutter, leaving thousands unemployed. Minister of Blue Economy and Belize Rural South Area Rep Andre Perez says that there is no overnight fix, but hope is around the corner.
To be honest, San Pedro and were the first people to diversify because we were a fishing village once. So from there we diversified to tourism, embracing tourism. So now we are learning that we learn a lesson that placing your eggs in one basket is not a good idea. So two things are happening right now. We realize that in the future for tourism, we have to find something else alternative to hold us forward. So two things. One, we're working as the minister in the blue economy. That is a serious thing we're looking at right now as developing fisheries in terms of the back to the fishing industry, how best we can do that. And that's what we're working through the blue economy. Secondly, as well as a representative of Belize, so we are also working in the BPOs.
Duane, Moody for News 5.